This is the sound of a fellow student cooking stir-fry on a Monday night. She's in the lounge preparing her meal for the evening. Hello, I'm Rachel Polito, and today on Dorm Life, we will be talking about the lounge kitchen and how it affects the student community. I will interview a few students and give my own thoughts. I hope you enjoy! Today we ask the question, to what extent does the kitchen in the lounge affect the social atmosphere of the dorm, and how does this reflect the dorm community? Well, to answer this question, really we have to think about what Beta is. Beta is a suite-style dorm, where 4 dorms are connected to one bathroom, and there are 4 floors and 4 suites stacked up on each other. This makes socializing very interesting. There are no floors where dorms open to a hallway and everyone can wander in freely. No, it's different. So we socialize in a central area, a place where we can all cook and study and hang out. That's what makes the dorm so interesting. The lounge is a great place to spend your time, whether you're studying or just lounging around. From what I've experienced, though, is the most of the social atmosphere of the lounge is really centered around the kitchen. Many students utilize the kitchen on a daily basis, which allows for interesting social interactions. These interactions are more of an everyday kind of thing, unlike the social experience you get from what the RAs put on, where students participate in pre-planned tasks that initiate conversation. These interactions in the kitchen are much more unscripted, as it were. These conversations are more free-flowing and about everyday things. Some common phrases that are heard are, "Oh, what are you cooking? That sounds good. How's your day been so far?" And so on. Little things that really are the foundation of what our socialization is and what our community really stands for. Especially in a dorm that just doesn't get as much socialization between the dorms themselves. That is what brings us together, and that is why the lounge is so important. Today I'm talking to a few residents of the Beta dorm. We have Lauren, Anna, and Sophia with us here today. They'll be talking to us about their experience in the lounge. Do you ever socialize with others while cooking in the lounge?
Yeah, I definitely do. Me and my friends will go down there a lot and make meals and just hang out in there.
Yeah, if my friends come with me to cook.
Not very often in a lounge. I mean, honestly, I haven't cooked there that often enough, but I have once in a while, though.
Do you usually cook with friends?
I do, yeah. I mostly use the lounge for cooking since it has a nice kitchen.
Yeah, occasionally.
I usually cook by myself because I'm usually making a simple meal like a grilled cheese sandwich, just like, go in, cook really quickly, and then go out.
What do you usually cook?
We've done a couple different dishes. We've done like a chili type of thing and some like rice dishes and pasta one time.
Mostly pasta and things that are easy to cook on the stove. How do you like the kitchen?
I like it.
I like that the sink is right there, the oven isn't really bad, and there's a good amount of counter space.
It could be better. I mean, I like the atmosphere of the kitchen, but, the stoveware itself can be improved.
Do you ever socialize with people outside of your friend group while in the lounge?
Occasionally. I mean, a lot of times you're focused on doing something else, but definitely there's been people in there who I don't know and always say hi to each other. And since you're in the same room, you kind of like, there's a social atmosphere in there since you're all trying to study or, do something fun.
If they're also cooking, but if they come in to study, I kind of leave them to their own business.
Yeah, there has been many times or of the few times I've cooked in there, where if somebody else is using the kitchen, I'll like chat with them or something and have friendly conversations. That's happened to me a few times in the kitchen.
Isn't it true that you met your roommate in the lounge?
Yeah, actually, that is where I met my roommate. We were using the kitchen area at the same time, and we were just like sitting in the couch area, and she mentioned that she had an empty room, and yeah, then we started bonding after that. So yeah, the cooking in the kitchen pretty much brought us together.
So for you personally, what do you feel the social atmosphere of the lounge is like?
I think it's like a nice little, like, it's like good if you need to like concentrate and focus to be outside of your room, but it's also like even as you're studying, you can kind of like just like feel like you're not alone, and like either if it's with friends or just other people who are in there studying, it makes you feel like you're like part of a community or a group as opposed to just like sitting by yourself somewhere.
I see it more of as a study place, so if people are studying in there, normally a lot of people aren't talking, but I know that a lot of people come into there to cook or have group study sessions, so it varies.
I think it's pretty, I don't know how to say this, but it's like some people usually go in there alone. Other people usually go in there to hang out with friends, but I do notice that whenever people do go in there alone, sometimes they will talk to people, or if there's one person in a friend group, sometimes they might often come have conversations with the friend group. So yeah, I think it's a good social atmosphere, and I've definitely found myself having conversations with many strangers in the lounge, so.
We learned today about the Beta Lounge and how it affects the community of the dorm. I discussed how the lounge is important for the suite style dorm, which is less social by nature. We then had a conversation with Lauren, Sophia, and Anna, who are residents of the dorm. They told us a bit about their experience at the lounge and gave their opinion on social atmosphere of the lounge as well. I hope you all enjoyed this podcast, and I hope you tune in next time.